So continuing on with our off the beaten path series regarding starting up a new business or reinventing your business. A question I get asked all the time is, do I need a website? Well, it really depends on what type of business you're doing. With this age of social media now, whether it be Facebook or Google Maps or Instagram, do you really need a website nowadays? And it really is going to go back to the type of business you're doing. Again, if you are planning to sell stuff online, you might want to consider eBay if it's something of that nature, Etsy, or something of that nature if it's crafty stuff. There's a couple of different ways to do it, but do you actually need a physical website for yourself? Yes and no. It really depends upon the presence you want to do. And the thing you have to remember is if you have a website, you have to maintain it. If you have to maintain it and you don't know how to do it yourself, then you have to pay someone to do it. And then there's also the cost associated with the hosting of your website. So I think there is a whole bunch of different websites out there that you can use that will provide basic free website services, but it's shared, and so they give you all sorts of advertising on your page that you have no control over. Not exactly professional. So if you're going to go into a website where it's just your own, you're paying for it. Usually that averages about $25 to $60 a month just for hosting your website, and then of course the maintenance fee on top of that. So if you're paying someone to maintain your website, there's that fee too. Initial website costs, like I said, I've seen companies pay as much as $6,000 for this. I've seen other people like myself who was able to do your websites. I'm able to do a basic website for myself, and so it doesn't cost me anything. Again, choosing a company to host your website, choosing a web page developer, those are all things you need to consider. But if you really want just a bare bone basics website, and if you have a little bit of web knowledge to yourself, you can self-host. And this is probably where you would need me to help you a little bit. You can self-host off of your own computer in your office. You still need to buy your domain name or renew it every year, which for me it's $35 a year for my domain name. But once you have that, if you can self-host, and that's fine. The thing you have to remember though, if you're going to self-host, if you're going to do any type of online transactions, you need to have the security in place to do that, because you have to comply with credit card compliance and so on and so forth. So if you're just using it for informational purposes, then you don't need to worry about it so much, although it is nice to have the security certificate on your website to show that, hey, yeah, I put a little bit of effort into it. So here's our website. Like I said, it's just informational. Really, really simple and basic, and I get tons of email every week. We can make your website better. No, you can't. Ironically, this works. For me, for what I do, this works. It's just an informational website, and then if you want to buy something from me, you can either call me or come into the store, or occasionally I'll do a link like this because we have our annual residential services on sale until the end of September 2020. This particular thing would take you over to Google Docs. Google Docs then shows you the basic information, and then there's the link that goes into our accounting system, which is Waves, which I have published about before. So in this regards, I don't need the enhanced stuff. But if I was selling directly on my website, then yes, I would need that. So do you need a website in this day and age? If you're starting off and you are really tight on a budget, you could probably skip on it for now. Eventually down the road, you might want to get one just to have that capability and presence later on. But yeah, with Facebook and YouTube and a whole host of other sites out there that are dedicated to this function of selling online, you really almost don't need a website nowadays. Again, really depends on what you want to do with it, but that's my thoughts. And like I said, if you do just need a basic, simple informational website, you can do it yourself. If not, it's going to, incur a monthly expense, just so you're aware of it. So that's my information for you. I thought I would share this for Off the Beaten Path, and we'll talk to you later. You guys have a great day.